welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. We are going to be doing a chill, shorter flow that is going to be hip and shoulder focused. So I've been doing workouts lately and I can just feel my hips and my shoulders getting tighter. So I thought, why don't we do a flow today that really focuses on opening those areas? The only props that you'll be needing today are a pair of blocks, and that's going to be used for any time that you feel like you need some extra assistance. You can grab your blocks, and then at Shavasana, we'll be doing something with the blocks as well. So just keep them off to the side of your mat. So let's get started. Just coming to a comfortable seat, keeping your eyes closed or taking a soft, heavy gaze. Palms can be on top of the knees facing down, or palms can be facing up. Starting to settle into your space. Not worrying about what is to come after this or what came before this. Just drawing the attention inward for the next few minutes while we're here together practicing on our mat. Today we're going to be focusing on our breath a lot during practice, just noticing when we start to hold our breath, just noticing where your breath goes during your practice. And trying to guide it back to the present moment, slower, deeper breaths. We'll be doing some counts of breath here in just a moment to deepen our pranayama. But let's start by taking a deep inhale in through the nose, belly rises. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Another just like that. Open mouth, release. Starting to do a count breath. So breathing in for counts of 4, exhaling for a count of 4, and then going down to 3, 2, and finally 1. Take a deep inhale in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the top. Exhale out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in. 1, 2, 3, hold it at the top. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, hold it. Exhale, 2, 1. Inhale in. Exhale out. Starting to set an intention for your practice. Maybe it's that of just your breath, or if there's something else that you would like to focus on during your practice today, bring that to the front of your mind. Take a deep inhale in, breathing that intention into your lungs. Exhale, release it out. Fluttering the eyes open. And we'll be meeting in tabletop position, coming onto all fours. Stacking your joints over one another, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, hips come over the knees. Crown of the head is drawing forward while your tailbone draws back. Inhale, cow pose, belly drops, heart reaches forward, gaze can come up. Exhale, cat, press the mat away, gaze between the thighs, rounding and curling the spine. Flowing between these two, maybe keeping your eyes closed. Again, really focusing on your breath. If you would like to bring some hip circles into this, walking the knees a little further back, and starting to bring your body towards the center, rolling over towards the left, down towards your glutes, And then back over towards the right. And then just kind of taking this from side to side. Coming back to stillness in your neutral tabletop position, fingertips are spread wide. On your inhale, right fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, thread the needle, palm underneath the left arm, and then bringing your cheek down to the mat. Option for your left fingertips to stay here, or you can draw them up towards the top of the mat. Really feeling your shoulder opening here. If you would like to try a different variation, bringing the weight, a little bit of a balance challenge, bringing the weight into the the right knee, and starting to lift the left toes up and off the mat, keeping your core nice and tight. If you took that variation, bringing the knee down to the mat, sliding the palm back towards your face, pressing up through the left palm, inhale, right arm high. And your exhale, palm back down to the mat, other side. Inhale, left fingertips high. Exhale, thread the needle underneath the right arm. And then taking whatever variation on this side feels good. Again, if you would like a balance challenge, bringing the weight into the left knee, and bringing the right toes up and off the mat. If you took that variation, bringing your knee back down to the mat. Slide the palm towards the face. On your inhale, sweeping the left fingertips high. On your exhale, back down to your tabletop position, flowing a cat-cow. On your inhale, right toes to the back of the mat, and then just starting to rock forward and back, just feeling the stretch on the back side of the right leg, the hamstrings. Coming to stillness, toes come up and off the mat. Then reaching your left fingertips out, keeping your core tight, hip is drawing down. Bringing your left palm to the mat, tuck your left toes, downward facing dog, keeping your right leg high. And then opening up the hip here. So heel draws towards the left glute, maybe taking some circles, one direction followed by the other. Sometimes kicking the leg out gently and mindfully back and forth feels good as well. Coming back to stillness, drawing your hip down towards the mat. On your exhale, knee to nose. And then bringing the knee down to the mat, back to your neutral tabletop position. Just finding some movement here. On your next inhale, left toes to the back of the mat. Rocking back and forth, mindfully and gently. So no bouncing here, just moving as you're moving through water. Coming to stillness, left toes come up and off the mat. Right fingertips out, core is tight, belly towards the spine, hip is drawing down. Right fingertips to the mat, tucking your right toes, pressing to your downward facing dog, keeping your left leg high, and then opening up the hip here. Coming to stillness, left hip bone draws down, squared to the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. And the knees come down to the mat, tucking both toes, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out. Fingertips are spread wide. And the more you press into the palms and really reach your heart towards the top of your thighs, the more you'll start to feel your shoulders opening. Coming to stillness, inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog, keeping your hips squared down to the mat. On your exhale, coming into runner's lunge, so bringing your right foot to the outside of the palms, and then lowering your knee. So feeling that nice stretch on the outer hip. And then we're going to stay lifted here. So keeping your palms planted to the mat, maybe rolling onto the outer edge of the right foot. Noticing where your breath is at, checking in. If you took the variation, rolling onto the outer edge, planting your foot, untucking your toes, and then staying lifted in your runner's lunge. Feeling the difference here with the knee lifted. And on an exhale, straightening that front knee. So still keeping that wide stance. Coming up onto the ball of the back foot. If it feels better, you can also come onto the heel of the right foot to really get into the hamstrings, get into the hip, and allowing your head and neck to relax. And then flowing between that. So coming back to your runner's lunge, chest opens, gaze forward. Exhale, straightening the legs. Inhale, chest and heart forward. Exhale, straighten it out. Last one, inhale, heart rises. Exhale, straighten the legs. Coming back into your runner's lunge, lowering the back knee, untucking the toes, and then reaching the right fingertips towards the left toes, bringing them towards the glutes. Starting to feel the opening of the quads. Chest and heart are open. Breathe. Exhale, releasing the foot. Untuck the toes, coming back to your downward facing dog, pedaling out the heels. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog, hips are squared down. On your exhale, coming into your runner's lunge, so bringing your left toes to the outer part of the mat. And then adjusting your, which I should have said on the other side, adjusting your palms so that they're underneath the shoulders. Back knee is down. And staying lifted here, rolling onto the outer edge of the left foot if that feels good. Again, focusing on your breath. Where is it at right now? If you took the outer edge variation, planting your foot, untucking the back toes and lifting the knee up off the mat, feeling this variation, keeping your knee lifted, pressing the mat away, keeping your arms nice and straight. On your exhale, sending your hips up and back, straightening the front leg. And again, maybe coming up onto the heel of the left foot and the ball of the back foot. And then flowing between that. So inhale, runner's lunge, chest and heart forward. Exhale, send your hips back. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale back. Last one, inhale, chest expands. Exhale, straighten it out. Inhale back down to the mat, lowering your knee, and then reaching your left fingertips towards the right toes. Releasing your grip, planting your palms, downward facing dog. And then taking a wider stance with your downward facing dog, so maybe even off your mat if that's accessible to you. Pretty much taking your legs as wide as they will go, and then coming down to your forearms, planting your palms on the mat, forearms are on the mat. And then really starting to press into the mat, opening up the shoulders. Gaze comes between the thighs. And then reaching the crown of the head towards the mat. So almost as if you were going to be doing a headstand, but we're not doing that today. Feeling that shoulder opening, option for bend in the knees. Again, the more you press into the mat and reach your chest back, the more your shoulders will start to open. And then gently and mindfully lifting your forearms up off the mat, coming to your downward facing dog. When you are ready, lowering down all the way to your bellies, untucking your toes when you are there. And then taking this next little set of movements very mindfully and gently, coming into a pretty deep shoulder stretch, reaching your right fingertips out towards the side of the mat, and then taking your left palm, fingertips down to your left side. Starting to roll towards your right, very controlled, pressing with your left fingertips. Left toes come behind, if you can see, just behind the right leg. You're really giving yourself a kickstand here. Cheek down to the mat, and then feeling the weight on that right shoulder. Your fingertips and your foot really control how far you go over towards the right side. Breathe deeply here. Coming into the other side, so rolling out of this very gently, reaching your left fingertips out, planting your right palm on the mat, starting to roll towards your left side, right toes come behind the left leg, and your cheek, your head can come down to the mat, feeling that nice stretch, opening up that shoulder. Rolling out of this very gently, lifting up and sinking your hips back to a child's pose. Big toes come to touch, knees come out wide. And then sending your heart down towards the mat. Forehead connects to the mat. When you are ready, coming up and taking a seat, and then grabbing your blocks to take a supported fish pose for our final Shavasana. So you can start on whatever level feels most comfortable to you. If you want to start with your block this way, so this is how the levels would be, or if it's too much, you can start at the lowest level, which would just be the blocks flat together like this. I'm going to take this variation just because it feels the best on my spine. So you want to bring this lower block as close to the lower spine as you can, so kind of like mid-back, and then gently release on to the blocks, and this top block should be supporting your head. And you may need to adjust kind of how it feels. The lower block should be in between the shoulder blades along the spine. The top block should be supporting the head. And then if you're not used to this pose, you can plant your feet on the mat, like so. Bring your legs out if that feels best. I like to keep mine crossed because it feels best in my body, but again, take whatever feels good to you. Starting to feel that chest and heart open, and closing your eyes down. Connecting to your breath. Where were you able to deepen your breath today during our mindful short practice? Taking just one count of breath before we rest. Taking a deep inhale in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Enjoy your final Shavasana. Starting to bring awareness back to the body. And if you took the fish variation pose, mindfully and very gently roll on to one side. So coming off the blocks and just rolling over to one side, bringing your knees to your chest. And then coming into a comfortable seat when you are ready. How can you focus on your breath as you move through your day? Pranayama, or breath, is our life force, right? We do it effortlessly. Our body just does it on its own, but our breath is so important. And when we're stressed out, when we're busy or frantic or chaotic, focusing on our breath is what will really help you get through those moments. Slowing it down, tuning in. So I will leave you with, how can you deepen your breath throughout your day? Bringing your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, release, let it go. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. From my heart to yours, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I hope you had a wonderful practice. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I post new yoga videos every Monday morning at 9 a.m. I've also been trying out some vlogging, and we'll be posting some workouts on here as well. So stay tuned for those. Have a wonderful and beautiful rest of your day and rest of your week. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.